Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can kind of build a print-on-demand store for the new year and open up your own shop. This is different than starting an Etsy store or starting a Zazzle store or TeePublic, Redbubble, and so on, right? The reason why I'm making this video is we have playlists showing you guys the step-by-step, right? You guys know that I've committed to trying as hard as I can to upload 2 videos a day and going really, really hard for this new year for you guys while I'm working on my print-on-demand stuff, which was essentially the original goal. With that being said, I know there's a lot of people fired up and they're ready to start for the new year and they're interested in potentially building their own website. And I want to go ahead and give you guys the resources and the necessary ideologies to go ahead and do that and give you guys all, once again, the resources to do so. So first of all, everything that I'm about to say, I have click-by-click tutorials on my YouTube, and I will leave links for you guys to go ahead and access those free videos on my YouTube, right? But there's 2 ways that you can start a print-on-demand store, kind of like the one that you're seeing here in front of me, okay? There's 2 places. The first place you can use is Sellfy. Now, I'll explain what Sellfy is. And once again, if you're a consistent watcher of the channel, where you watch pretty much every one of my videos, you might know about this because I did mention it. And I did show a little bit of tutorials on here. And then the second place is Shopify. Pretty much everybody knows about Shopify, but Shopify is a little bit different than Sellfy. They're both very, very good. It simply comes down to preference, and this is what I mean. I'll explain the differences. Now, if you want to create, first of all, a print-on-demand store, you're going to have to understand that you will have to manage customer service, okay? You will have to communicate with customers, and you will have to do your own marketing. I have done videos on marketing, how to get customers, how to do the SEO, how to do the whole thing. And in fact, I actually created a members area called the Sellfy free members area. This free members area has 2 videos where I go really, really deep on explaining how to gain traffic and get sales from SEO, search engine optimization, and how to do it with Instagram. One of the strategies that I used in the very beginning to promote my very, very first clothing business, which was not print on demand. It was products that I was ordering overseas and then bringing it here locally and then shipping it out to customers. The first thing I did was I tried to learn SEO. Now, SEO for me at the time, this was a very long time ago, it was shooting in the dark. I really didn't know if I was 100% sure. I bought some books on Amazon learning how to do it, and everything that I was doing, those books reassured to me, basically. There was nothing new that I had learned. Months later, I finally started seeing the results of the SEO, but I did not realize it in time because SEO does take many months to essentially propagate, and that's the best way that I could say it. SEO stands for search engine optimization. All you're doing is, imagine you go on Google and you search for Orlando Magic baseball hat or Orlando Magic snapback hat, right? If you create well, technically you shouldn't because it's trademarked. I'm just simply giving an example. But let's just say somebody's selling that hat on Google, right? If they're selling it, Google could pick up that hat and rank them first in line. Nobody goes to page 2 of Google. Nobody goes to page 3, 4, 5, 10, right? Everybody's pretty much on the first page. So SEO is basically you craft your website in a way and you do things on and off of the website to get on that first page of Google and even better, get to the top of Google. It doesn't necessarily have to be always the first spot, even though the first spot is the best, but you could be in the second spot, the third spot, the fourth spot, and still get some traffic, right? So that's what SEO is in a nutshell. Then you have the Instagram. Now, the Instagram is more instantaneous, meaning if I'm building a following on Instagram, let's just say I'm gaining 50 followers a day. Let's just say per account. If I'm doing that, those 50 followers are interested in what I have to offer. They're definitely interested in what I'm selling, right? Because I'm creating content related to things that they're interested in, and that will result to income. And I'm actually going to add another video to this series pretty soon here to especially the Instagram one, but these are 2 free videos that go very in depth explaining everything around that. So I'll leave a link in the description to this very free, it's 100% free members area that you could watch these videos. I call it the Sellfy members area, but truthfully, the information that you extract from both of these videos, you can use for both Shopify and for Sellfy. Now that that's clear, let's go ahead and talk about Shopify and Sellfy and the differences between the two. First thing let's cover is pricing, all right? So Sellfy comes with a 14-day free trial when you sign up through the link in the description. I'll leave the link in the description. You'll get a 14-day free trial. On top of that, right, when you click the link in the description for Shopify, you can also get a $1 a month plan for 3 days. I personally recommend try both. See what you like. You don't have to really pay much to do either one. Now, I'll say this. Sellfy, the difference about Sellfy is that later down the road, it costs less. Shopify costs more down the road, especially for American users. I know if you are based in India or something like that, Shopify is cheaper. But once again, if you're not from India or something like that, you don't have that option, okay? But, and I can't really 100% speak to that. I'm not 100% sure. That's just something I heard. But once again, Shopify costs more expensive, and I'll explain why. In the world of Shopify, when you build your store, a lot of amateurs will say you don't need a theme. I'm telling you, you will want to use a theme. And when I say a theme, I'm talking about a premium theme that is conversion optimized, not the free themes that they give you. And I'll tell you why. With Shopify, right, you have a theme where you can have certain things that boost your conversion rate. Things like add to cart upsells, slide banner add to cart, motivational, free shipping, bonuses, different things, sales pop-ups, different things that apply to your theme. And you could do 2 things. You could get a free theme and then just pay for the applications or the apps monthly so that you can apply it. But what happens is, you know, the cost is going to really be expensive over time because they're going to add up. Or you could just pay for a premium theme right out the gate, okay? I've recommended premium themes before, but that's not the point. The whole reason why you want to optimize your store for conversions is because either you're paying for traffic through ads or you're acquiring it, like I said, through Instagram or SEO. And every single visitor that comes to your site is worth money. And if you do not convert your visitor, you're literally burning cash. That's all it is. Every visitor can potentially make you money. Now, you're not going to have a 100% conversion rate, but you can drastically boost your conversion rate. There was a video I made back in like 2019 or 2018 where I showed a store, a Shopify store, by the way, that I had a 16.1% conversion rate. Now, in the world today, everybody's going to tell you that's impossible. I had that. That was real. And I actually showed the transactions. And granted, it was slow. It was not a crazy fast business, but you guys know I'm not in it for, making millions overnight. I like to make passive income slowly over time. I don't need to make $1 million a day, $1 million a month, $1 million a year. I don't need to do that. I just need to create an asset that will generate a small amount of income every single day or every week or every month, and then I just move on to the next project and so on. So anyways, the higher the conversion rate, the more sales you get for the visitors that you have. So for example, if you have 100 visitors that you send to your store, right, whether it be through an ad, through Instagram, through SEO, whatever the case may be, and let's just say one person buys, that is a 1% conversion rate. If 5 people buy, that's a 5% conversion rate, right? And all it depends is on the amount of visitors. Now, once again, with Shopify, you have free themes that are not bad in terms of speed or anything like that, but they're not conversion optimized. They're simply not made for conversions. And if you want to know how to optimize if you want to learn how to optimize a store for free, I have a part of that in my course, the Pinterest course. Anybody who took the Pinterest course knows exactly what I'm talking about. This is the Pinterest course that I'm talking about. In order for ads to work for you, you actually have to optimize your website for conversions, and I talked about those things, how you actually do it. It's called the cognitive biases or the cognitive tendencies or human-based tendencies. You can search them. There's over 300 of them, but in the world of e-commerce, you can control for certain things. And like I said, in the Pinterest course, I showed exactly how to do that and how very, very large companies do the exact same thing. We're talking about Forever 21, we're talking about big companies, Sears. All big companies do this in real life. They do certain things to trigger you purchasing that product. If they didn't, they would be out of business, all right? And the companies that didn't adapt were the ones that went out of business. So that's not the point. The point is that's conversion optimization. And themes help you do that because they put certain things on your website to make sure that happens. Okay? Now, with a Sellfy store, if you guys remember, I did mention Sellfy is cheaper down the road. Why is it cheaper down the road? Because there is no theme. You don't have the option to even purchase a theme. Now, once again, I would show you the inside, but I've made countless videos on both of these platforms, so you can kind of watch them, and I'll make more in the future. So there's nothing that will, it's not like I'm not going to make videos on them. I've made videos before. But Sellfy, you don't even have the option to create a theme or use a theme. What they have is they have a page builder where you can control for like banners and the way that your configuration of the colors and things like that, but that's not theme optimized. So really what you're forcing yourself through is a non-optimized platform. Now, that's not a bad thing. It's not the worst thing in the world, but once again, it will cost you long-term because the cost of viewers do absolutely matter. Now, here's the thing with Sellfy once again. This is the negative. The negative about Sellfy is they also do not really have a blogging platform. What they do is they say if you want to use blogs, just create new pages and set them and just write your articles in there. I personally am totally against that because the whole point of a blog is to create articles that are organized in such a way that are presented to your readers that can not only be A, SEO friendly, but also B, captivating and leaves resonance with your readers. Resonance just means having a better connection with your readers. I've recommended starting a blog on the side of Sellfy and connect them together and use them as separate assets. But once again, Sellfy is made for the very simple marketer. When I say the simple marketer, means the person who literally just wants to create some nice products, put them on their store, and then they find a way to market it. That's essentially what it's going to be. With Sellfy, can you do a little bit of SEO? You can do a little bit of SEO. But once again, you're limited because your blogs are not powerful in Sellfy. Shopify does have a blogging section within it, but obviously you will have to pay more for Shopify down the road. So it just comes down to what you want to do and how you want to do it, okay? Now, once again, this might sound all foggy right now because I'm just speaking on general terms and I'm not actually going in the platforms and showing because we'd be here for 7 days if I was doing that. But I have created playlists with many, many videos, okay? Many videos where these videos are organized in the playlist. So for example, I have a Shopify playlist. I'll leave the link in the description. You can click on it. And within that Shopify playlist, I take you step by step, literally step by step, showing you everything of the way, from creating the product to picking the theme to organizing the site, everything in the way. And there are actually people who watch that free series and have been messaging me through email over the last year, because it has existed for about a year now, and they've messaged me their sales, their orders, things like that. And yes, they are getting sales from SEO. They're getting sales from, Instagram. They're getting sales from even Pinterest. So they're doing a lot of things. Now, once again, I want to state, it's not that you can't do SEO with Sellfy, it's a little more limited. So if you put in your mind right now that you're going to do, let's just say, Pinterest, Twitter, and Instagram marketing, that's what you want to master, and you don't really want to complicate your journey with conversion optimization or writing blogs or anything like that, then I would recommend go with Sellfy. It's cheaper down the road, it's easier to use, and you can get your store up much faster. If you choose that you don't want to go that route, you do want to take the long route and pay a little bit more, then you're going to have to go with Shopify. There's, different options for different folks. It's all up to you at the end of the day. What I will say is one is not better than the other, but they have very strategic purposes. I'll give you an example. Let's just say I'm a comedy YouTuber, right? and I make these comedy skits. If I wanted to sell my merch, I would definitely go with Sellfy. It's faster, it's easier to use, right? And I can get my store up very, very quickly, put up my products. I don't have to worry about anything, okay? If I was somebody who was creating a brand from scratch and nobody knew who I was, let's just say I'm creating a business on mental wellness and I need to create merch for it, then I would probably use Shopify. Why? Because they have a blog section, they have the ability to create products, and showcase them specifically in themes, things like that. Speaking of themes, I'm going to share with you 2 examples of different themes that I've mentioned previously on this channel. The first theme was the theme in the series that we used, which is called the POD theme shop. Okay, they have a website. I think it's called POD theme, something like that. It's in my series. I can't remember. They have an actual website for it. But effectively, this is the theme, okay? Cost $179. It used to cost less. It used to cost like $129 back in the day. But they had a thing where, like, if it's the first X amount of customers, the price goes up. I don't remember. But essentially, it's got all these features. You can read them. And they actually do have a full-on website. So like I said, if you want to read more about this, they have a full-on website. I believe it's called themepodshop.com. Let me see. Themepodshop. Themepodshop. There we go. Okay, I was right. Themepodshop.com. Okay, I haven't been on this site in a while, but they have their website. They talk about the different things that they have, all these kind of things. They even have a demo for the website. So if you want to click, like, this is the password, you can copy the demo, hit demo link, and paste it. It's called Fruit Mode. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, there you go. Right? So this is the demo of their theme, right? And you can do whatever you want. You can copy what their style is because that's their theme, right? They're setting up this theme and they have different features on their webpage, right? Like X amount sold in the last amount of hours, certain things that do contribute to the sales of the product, right? So I'm going to put this away for a second. The second theme that I recommend, which is a little more pricey, but it comes with 2 themes, is called the Clean theme. Now, the Nismo theme. The Nismo theme, it comes with the Clean theme, okay? This theme, let's see how much it costs. $327 one-time payment for 2 themes. Not bad, because there are themes that cost a lot more than this, and I'll give you an example. There's a website called Out of the Sandbox. Let's see here, that I used their themes in the very beginning for a very, very, very long time. In the very beginning, where is it here? This is the website, Out of the Sandbox. And the theme that I specifically used was the Turbo theme. This was the theme that I used back in the day. And I believe this theme is like $500 or something like that. Let's see, $425, okay? So this theme right here the reason why I stopped using it, first of all, the updates, there's not that much updates to it. I think there was like 1 update or 2 updates, 2 core updates in the period of like 5 years that I was using it. The second reason is why I stopped using it is because my conversion rate went up when I actually learned on a very, very high level the cognitive biases of the individual. I want you guys to understand, if you can learn how people think and you can think of the outcomes beyond that, you have extreme amounts of power beyond your imagination when it comes to e-commerce. I can't tell you how many times there are people who come to my website that want to buy my product, but they don't see those triggers that make them buy, and they just step off the page. Maybe one day I'll create a really, really in-depth course on it, but for now, I'm just simply explaining that this is all part of the journey you're going to have to learn when it comes to this stuff. So I had a higher conversion rate. At first, I was converting 2%, right? Really, actually, at first, my conversion rate was like 1.2%, and I figured I have to figure out how to boost this thing, and that was very originally, on my own private website in the very beginning. It was not a Shopify store, and then I started improving, sold that business, and then I started building other things where the conversion rate started to go up drastically. That's when I really started to focus on passive income, creating assets, leaving them alone, let them produce an income, and then when they die off a little, work on them a little bit again, and then they produce more income throughout the years. So that's kind of how it goes. But back to what I was saying. So yeah, the options are there. Like this is a $425 theme. I think if I'm not wrong, they have like some sort of $500 theme. Um, and or maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Let me see here. This is 425, 425, 425, 425, 420. I guess I'm wrong. 425. So for all their themes, each. But there you go. So there's different options and there's different things you can do. What I would say is, if you look at this Shopify store, and this is what I want to say, there's a difference between a store with a brand and a store that's just simply a store to make money off of. And I'll explain. When you see this store right here, this is the store that I mean that nobody wants to buy from, okay? Even if you're some sort of celebrity, I do not recommend running your business like this. Do you see this? The website looks like it was built in 2002. That's first of all. Some of the products look decent. Like this hat looks decent. But all the other stuff looks pretty much bland. It's like a logo pretty much, right? This is the worst way to run your passive income online business because it's never going to be passive income. It's just going to burn a hole in your pocket. If you see a website like this website has vibe to it. It has a brand to it. It's notable. It looks good. It makes people want to buy. When it comes down to designing your website, designing your store, especially if you have no relevance socially, you're going to want to make it above and beyond on your website end. I'll explain what I mean. If Kim Kardashian opened up a store that looks like this tomorrow, she'll make money. She might not make a ton of money compared to what she normally makes, but she'll make money. Why? Because her net is so deep and so wide. She's got over 100 million followers on Instagram. She's got TV show networks that she's partnered with, all kinds of things. She'll make money. Even if the website looks like garbage, basically like this. And I hate to say garbage, but this does not look good, right? But if a nobody like me or you, and I don't say that to be insulting because just simply a nobody means people that don't have a very crazy large, insane fan base online, right, that are dedicated to you, that will kill for you online, create a website like this, now they have a chance of making money. So websites absolutely matter. There was this facade about a year ago where, no offense, but another YouTuber tried to make some videos in the Shopify space. And basically what he was saying is that, the themes don't matter and this doesn't matter and that doesn't matter. It absolutely matters. When you come to a website, you expect nothing but the best for you to purchase from, right? That just makes sense. Same thing in the dating world. You don't date somebody who you think is unattractive. That doesn't even make sense logically. So if you're going to go for something, you got to make it the best so your customers can appreciate it and make it the best as well. And honestly, if you're in the world of creating a store, whether it be Shopify or whether it be Sellfy or whatever kind of resource you want, you have to have some room for investment. You're going to have to learn how to pay for ads. If you're not going to pay for ads, you're going to have to learn how to do SEO, which does require investment, whether it's be time, money, effort, okay? If you're going to learn social media, that definitely requires investment. You might need a photographer. You might need to buy a camera yourself. You might need to learn how to do certain things. So if you're in the business of building your own site, you're going to have to invest some stuff, more than just a regular print-on-demand store, okay? And I'm not just talking about money. Money is a huge part of it, but I'm not just talking about money. It's effort, it's time, it's energy. I can upload a design to Redbubble tomorrow and make sales, but those sales are cheaper and the value of those sales are less. So, for example, if I sell a sticker on Redbubble, I could make, let's say, 25 cents, 30 cents, 50 cents, $1, right? If I sell something on my own site, I could sell a sticker I can make a $6 profit, $5 profit. I'm making an 8x, 10x, 15x, 20x multiple at times for the exact same product. T-shirts or even hoodies. I'll give you an example. I sold a hoodie just the other day on Redbubble and I sold one on my site. And the designs were different, granted, but the one that I sold on my website, I sold it for $54, right? This is before expenses. The one that I sold on Redbubble was the regular 20% margin. I don't even remember how much money I made off that. Maybe $5-6. I don't remember the exact number, maybe even less. Somebody can correct me in the comments with the 20% margin, but it's nothing compared to what I make on my own website. I'm not saying one is bad. I'm not saying one is good. I'm just simply saying you have to, if you're going to go for something that generates more income, you're going to have to expect that it's going to cost you more. So I'll leave all the links, all the resources in the description box, the free and the paid resources, the Sellfy, the Shopify. And once again, the reason why I'll leave the Shopify is because if you want to join the Shopify, all you have to do is pay $1. You get access for 3 months to the software. If you want to get access to Sellfy, you can use the 14-day free trial with the link in the description. And on top of that, if you end up deciding you want to use it, you can click not really click this link, but there's a code. You can click this link as well. I mean, it doesn't make a difference. But there's a code that I have on my site here that gives you 35% off when you see the code. You can email me if you don't see it, but there's a 35% off Sellfy as well if you go through my website. But once again, if you do want to try Sellfy, get access to the 14-day free trial. Don't just go, with no helmet on. Go with the 14-day free trial. Click the link, test it, try it, see if you like it, and kind of choose from there. But also, watch the free content. I created 2 videos, one on Instagram, one on SEO, showing you guys internal stuff, how to click certain things, how to build certain things. If you're hell-bent on using Shopify, you decide you want to use Shopify, keep in mind, once again, you're going to probably have to use a theme. And I'm saying probably because I don't know everybody. Maybe there's some celebrities watching me. Who really knows? I don't know. But you're going to have to try to make it work. You're going to have to invest a little. You're going to have to definitely invest some time. There's going to be a learning curve. And to help you guys with that, I have a playlist, literally like something like 17 videos or something crazy like that. A playlist in the description box below, taking you step by step, video by video, click by click, throughout the whole entire thing. And I think during that series, I was using the POD theme shop. I'm planning to create another series, and I'll use either the Nismo theme or the clean theme, whichever theme here. But we'll talk about it, guys. We'll get into it, and for sure, we'll do something with more content here. The reason why I like the Nismo theme is I know the creators, and I've helped them put it together. I told them do this, do that, clicked it, certain things. So I do like it a lot. Don't get me wrong, I do like POD theme as well. This also comes with a second theme, so there's a little bit more of a bonus, but then again, it does cost more. So maybe you're not ready to get it. There's many different options. Once again, many different options, many things to do. I'll just create the content and you guys pick what you like and how you want to or how you want to go about things. If you have questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I'm more than aware that it is a very large undertaking to create your own store, especially for the first time. But I'm telling you, after you create it for the first time, I mean, at that point, you essentially took your foot off the brakes. You can do anything at that point, all right? I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace out. Bye.